Good afternoon and welcome to the Rotary Club of Kerrville on the 18th day of May. We have a very exciting program for us today. If you would at this time, please mute all your cell phones but while you're doing so, let the world know where we're at and what we're doing and that we're solving the problems right here today with the 4-H. So at this time, I would like to ask Gina Daniels to please come up and lead us in our prayer and pledge.
Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for another day in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. Thank you for this opportunity to meet and to have conversation with one another. Thank you so much for the rain you're fixing to send us. Thank you for the food you put before us and the hands that prepared us. In the name of Jesus, and the hands that prepared our food. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the mayor's husband will be up here.
Yeah, no, I was going to be first gentleman, but they decided that was too much of an upgrade, so I'm the first dude. Okay, so no, this is for our guests today. We sang this song when your sponsors were here about 3 months ago, and you guys couldn't make it. And so just to make sure that you know we're thinking about you, you got to sing out loud. This is to the tune of Home on the Range. Okay, so here we go. Oh, give them a home where the livestock can roam and the deer don't eat all the hay, where sometimes is heard a discouraging word and the skies might be cloudy and gray. Home, home on the ranch, where they raise their prize-winning stock. They're up with the sun and they work till it's done in the hopes of a grand champion prize. There you go, okay.
All right, please be seated. And Clint Morris is traveling right now, so allow me to introduce our guest speaker today. Ms. Jennifer Smith is joining us today, and she is the Texas A&M Extension Agent for Kerr County. She's in charge of 4-H and youth development, and she's also the 4-H coordinator. That's what Clint gave me, but I'm going to let her expound a little bit more on what she has to do with the with 4-H. And please welcome Ms. Jennifer Smith. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how are y'all today? Good. So, like Mr. Harris said, my name is Jennifer Smith. I am the 4-H agent here in Kerr County, and it was my pleasure to be here a few months back and talk to y'all a little bit about what 4-H is and what our program represents. And today I am happy to bring some of our youth with us today. And I was also able to bring Justin Klensick, who's our A&R Ag agent, and Lindsay Forster, who's down here, and Kim Keys. We all work in the office together, supporting these kids on a daily basis. So, so the kids, that's why we're here. And the kids that we brought with us today are some of the most well-rounded young adults I think you will find. They have everything from pigs in the barn, sheep in the barn. Some of them have no animals. Some of them are into STEM and robotics. Some of them into horse judging and horse quiz bowl. We have these kids, they don't do just one thing. And they don't just have 4-H to worry about. Some of them are in FFA along with 4-H. Some of them are in activities through other projects that they have to be responsible for along with their 4-H projects. So when I say they're well-rounded, I mean they're well-rounded. Not to mention they do this little thing called school, and you know they're very passionate and good about that too. So I'm going to stop talking about myself, and I'm going to introduce the kids that are here with us today, the youth. So if y'all want to just come on up here, and then we'll just Okay. So the first one today is Miss Emma Thompson. And it's kind of bittersweet. She's a senior, she's graduating, and I'm gonna miss her. So Emma.
Don't tear up.
I'm sorry.
Thank y'all for having me today. Like Jennifer said, my name is Emma Thompson. I've been in 4-H for 7 years. I'm also a part of the National Honor Society in school. I'm a part of PALS and Tybee. It's Peer Assistance Leadership Skills. I'm teaching me a lot of leadership skills. And I work at PAX Coffee and Goods. And I'm in school and everything else. I'm graduating. I'll be attending Texas Tech in the fall. And within those 7 years of 4-H, I have shown market lambs. That's been my major project. I've judged wool and mohair, which I actually won the San Antonio contest this year, which is very exciting. I was gifted with a scholarship. I'm very grateful. And I also am the president of the Kerr County Council. I'm the president of the Kerrville Club. And Jennifer and all these lovely people sitting over here have helped me so much throughout my career, and I thank them very dearly.
What she failed to mention on that, she kind of skidded by it a little bit, but that scholarship she won at San Antonio was actually a $10,000 scholarship for being the high point individual for the wool judging team. So that's a pretty big accomplishment. So next is Samuel Hall, and Samuel is also part of our council. All of our council members are all wearing their shirts today. So there you go, Samuel, you're up.
My name is Samuel Hall. I've been in 4-H for 7 years. I am the treasurer for council. I'm also an officer for Horse Club. The projects that I do are robotics. I've helped start that in this county about 4 years ago. I also do horse judging, horse quiz, consumer decision-making, horse food challenge, and a lot of others. And that's about it.
So I'm going to brag on Samuel here just a bit. He is actually a freshman, right? Okay, freshman, and he is going to state roundup this year in June, which is in College Station, participating on that. They qualified for their horse quiz bowl team, consumer decision making, and he is doing an educational presentation. What's your speech on for presentation? Horse racing. So he's going to be very busy come the first week of June, participating in 3 different contests for across the state with competing against other kids. So I'm just gonna brag on him a little bit. All right, next we have Miss Lizzie Scales, who is going to be a senior this year. So.
Hey guys, I'm Lizzie Scales, like Miss Jennifer said. First of all, I want to thank you guys for the amazing song. It was pretty good. I rate that like a 10 out of 10. I am a part of 4-H, as we pretty much know now. I've been in 4-H for the past 4 or 5 years. I participate in wool and mohair judging. I show swine, as well as educational presentations, which for those of you who don't know, that's basically just public speaking on steroids. And then I'm also an officer for the West Kerr Club, and I do livestock skillathon. As far as schoolwork goes, I'm holding on. I'm a part of NHS and the Spanish Honor Society, and yeah, pretty much me, I guess.
You in a nutshell, right?
Me in a nutshell.
All right, so here's what y'all need to know about Lizzie. I started this job, it'll be 3 years in August. And when I met Lizzie in August of that year, she barely could tell me hello. And today she is up here presenting to y'all. So that is where she has come for the last 3 years. So next we have Peter Lockwood, and Peter is also part of our council. Peter has taken a new role on this year that is outside of 4-H, but we're proud of him. He is now an officer for the Tybee FFA. So he is going to be doing double duty between us and Tybee. So Peter.
Good afternoon. My name is Peter Lockwood, and I'm here representing Kerr County 4-H. I've been a member of East Kerr for 8 years now, and president for the past 2. 4-H has been a significant part of my life for as long as I can remember. And I've participated in many of the projects that they offer, such as Outdoor Challenge, archery, foods and nutrition, and market lamps. Over the years, these projects have shaped me as a person. They've given me the confidence to attempt leadership roles outside of 4-H. They have allowed me to go out into the community and help others, and they have inspired me to broaden my knowledge of agriculture and wildlife, which could influence my career path someday. I would not be the person I am today if it were not for the amazing extension agents, adult leaders, and other 4-H members that I've met throughout my time in 4-H. And I know that they will continue to impact my future as well. Thank you for your time.
Okay, so next is Madeline Hall. And Madeline is like her brother Samuel, they are in everything. So their list of activities is extensive, but Madeline Hall.
Hello, my name is Madeline Hall, and I've been in 4-H for 6 years. 4-H has helped me with public speaking skills, such as educational presentation. I've won first both years I've done it. It has also helped me with sewing skills, problem solving, and leadership. My primary project is horse judging and horse quiz. It has helped me to learn how to find a good horse, defend my decisions, and public speaking. So the accomplishments I have done through 4-H are winning first place team in consumer decision making, second place in storyboard, second place in horse quiz bowl, third place in fashion show, 9th place team at sale and horse judging, 14th place in horse judging reasons, and many more. Just recently, I was selected for the Fashion and Interior Design State Ambassador. Thank you.
So she skimmed on it there at the end, that ambassador program that she was accepted into is a state recognized program that they have to apply for. Sometimes they're interviewing for them. They are actually the kids. There's different ambassadors, and Madeline's a part of the interior fashion interior ambassador program. But so she's going to be basically helping plan programs and work with leaders at AgriLife and across the state to promote fashion and interior design within the state of Texas. And so she'll be going on a retreat this summer, and there's not a lot of kids that are accepted into these programs. So that's a really big deal for her. So, okay, so next is Ben Watkins. And Ben is an advocate for our natural resources part of our program. He is big into the shooting sports club and so forth. So Ben Watkins.
I know. So you just stand over here. There we go. On top of that. That's what we do. We improvise. There we go.
See if you can,
There we go.
there you go.
Perfect, Ben.
My name is Ben Watkins, and I have been in 4-H for over 2 years. I am in the Kerrville 4-H club. Yes, last year I was the reporter, and this year I'm the historian. I look forward to reporting our club's activities and creating a scrapbook. I'm also in shooting sports. I'm the second vice president for this club. I will assist the president with his duties. In shooting sports, there's archery, shotgun, and air rifle. I'm a part of all these disciplines. My favorite discipline in shooting sports is shotgun. We get to shoot trap, skeet, international skeet, sporting clays, whiz bang, and bunker. I prefer trap. 4-H has been a great learning experience for me and my friends. It has taught me to be a better leader and helper. I am also learning not to be a shy speaker. Thank you for inviting me and the other officers to speak to you today.
So what Ben failed to mention is that he is also our resident entomologist. And he is also our resident fisherman. So he's well-rounded when it comes to natural resources. So if you have a bug question, Ben's your man. All right. And last but not least, Miss Francie Lockwood. And Francie is one of very few that are part of our backyard poultry club. And so it is always a pleasure when we're able to get together and talk chickens. So here's Francie.
Good afternoon. I'm Francie Lockwood, and I have been in 4-H for about 7 years now. When I first started 4-H, I had the goal of learning everything I possibly could while also helping others learn what they need to know. With this mindset, I achieved this goal and more. I learned how to sew and stitch my own clothing while in clothing and textiles, while in foods and nutrition, I learned how to live a healthy lifestyle by choosing healthy choices. And lastly, in market lands, we were taught how to medicate and care for our livestock when needed. While all these projects are amazing, my favorite one is the Backyard Poultry Club. The Backyard Poultry Club is my favorite because we learned how to incubate a dozen fertile eggs, and not to mention the field trips and activities. For a field trip, one time we went to the Powell Feed Store and we learned how to take care of wounded chickens and quail. For an activity, our instructor got to telling us the negative things that could happen if a chicken got bored. Therefore, we created Chicken Swing and my chickens loved it. To promote the project, I gave a speech about it to my East Kerr 4-H club, and a few friends said they were interested. Recently, I was selected as the East Kerr 4-H vice president. Although this is my very first year elected, I am ready to take on the responsibility. Without 4-H, I wouldn't be here today talking to y'all. I am so grateful. Thank you.
So as y'all can see, these kids, they don't just do one thing. They are well-rounded and they promote 4-H in a very positive manner pretty much every day of their lives. So if y'all have any questions for them or for myself, we'll be more than happy to take any questions.
We're missing one Paul. Very younger Paul.
There's actually there's an older Hall, Nathaniel. He's graduating this year. Nathaniel, he has to work, so we understand that. We support that. But Nathaniel actually won the 4-H Foundation Scholarship. He was awarded $20,000 from Houston Livestock Show this year. So he is also very well-rounded, does a little bit about it, a little bit of everything. But there are some little Halls too that are coming up the ranks. So we're excited about that too. So anything else? Well, we appreciate y'all's time. Thank y'all so much. And if anybody has any questions at a later date, you can always reach us at the extension office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I asked about the other halls because we all know Jacqueline, who works for Congressman Roy. So they are all from the area, and also saw the mom back here. So Ms. Hall, thank you for being here. The first dude, where'd George go? Where did George? Did George sneak? No. George, I was asked to have you come up and talk about Josh the Otter this afternoon. Kind of putting you on the spot.
No, we need people.
I was just told to have you come up here and talk about Josh the Otter and needing people and put you on the spot.
Yeah, actually, we need volunteers. This is an opportune time. And we're going at 2:30 today. We're going to present Josh the Otter to one session of roughly 175 third and second. Yeah, so third and second graders. And there's only 5 of us so far signed up to do that. We need somebody that's got maybe a license to carry and can help control. No, it's really a neat program. It's interactive. One of the things we try and do is have the kids read along with the story. And the theory behind Josh the Otter was there was actually a little boy named Josh that drowned, and his parents established a foundation to do this program. So it's not necessarily a Rotary program. Rotary picked it up, or at least our Kerrville Rotary program picked it up. But it consists of doing a story. We got little hand puppets. It's designed to try and provide a memorable experience for 2nd and 3rd graders about water safety. You know, and the whole emphasis is never go to the water by yourself. Take a buddy or go with an adult. And that's the theme of the whole thing. So we have hand puppets that are real cute that remind them of otters. One of the reasons they picked otters is that when otters are born, they don't know how to swim. I don't know if you knew that or not. One of the things about a baby otter, though, its hair is so tightly packed that it will actually float without any support, but it doesn't float in any particular position. It'll, you know, it could be head down or head up or whatever. And so the mother will teach the baby otter how to float on its back. And one of the things you may know about otters is that they are one of the few animals that uses tools, and they'll take a rock and put it on, they'll float on their back, put a rock on their chest, and then they'll get mussels or clams or shellfish, you know, and they'll use the rock to break the thing open and eat it, you know. So they're really clever animals. And so that's part of the deal. Dave is real good about doing fun facts. There's otters in every country of the world except 2, Antarctica and Australia. And why that is, who knows? And there's 13 different kinds of otters, all the way from like, I think the smallest is like 12, 14 pounds up to there's like a 90 or 100-pound otter, sea otter. So anyhow, I'm working on this. So, I'll put him on. What? A group of otters is, and the reason they're called that is called a raft. And one of the things that's also neat about otters is that they actually hold, they don't have hands, of course, but they hold paws to stay together. And you'll see, you won't see them around here. They thrive on shellfish and things like that. So they're over around Austin or Houston, you might find them along the coast and things like that, but you won't see any here. One of the other interesting things is that the book is also produced in Spanish, and the Spanish name for otter is nutria, which I didn't realize that. Nutrias are really a pest, and they do all kinds of nasty things in the streams, and we have nutrias around here, and there's people shoot them and all that, and they don't keep their fur or anything like that because they're I don't know, kind of a scroungy animal of some sort. Yes, ma'am. Pardon?
You said that.
I did. There's going to be a test. There's going to be a test over this material. Okay. Yeah, no, they're actually a little boy named Josh that drowned. Yeah, don't pay attention. Okay.
Okay.
Is that enough? Anyhow, but it's a cute program though, and it's fun to be around these little kids. As you can imagine, 2nd and 3rd graders, you have all kinds of different ranges of interest and enthusiasm for the program. You get kids that are just really charged and want to be there and participate, and other kids that are just blah, you know, they don't do zip. And then there's some that all they do is make problems, you know. So it makes me glad that I'm not a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher. Let me know, and I appreciate anybody that is. So anyhow.
Thank you, George. You know, there are a group of people that actually eat nutria. And it's some of my Cajun descendants. And they said the best way to eat nutria rat is you start a fire with your wood, you throw the nutria rat in the boiling water, you dump all that stuff out, and then you chew on the wood. So they said that's the best way to do it. But thanks, Dave. So Stephanie Miller let me know about a few things for our families in Rotary. Please pray and be with our students from Ingram ISD. They graduate this week. They're out of school. And then next week, Hunt and Kerrville all get released. So traffic will be a little bit better on the way to work, Trey, when you go down the road, and a little bit better for that. But also, I might need a little help with the last name. Lois Scheifler, Schlater, an honorary member who lives in Hunt. She suffered a house fire over the weekend. So if you would, please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And if there's anybody here that knows them, we can reach out to them and do anything for them. But club news, talking to Dave about it, talking to everybody else. June the 1st will be our first full back to what used to be normal in 2019. No more Zoom. So we'll be back here as a so it'll just bring us back together. We don't have to wear a mask on an airplane. Then we can get back together and fellowship and be Rotarians together. Tammy Prout, you asked if you could come up. Our 4-H went a little bit quicker, so we're going to get out of here a little bit on early this morning, but Tammy has something very beneficial to speak about.
So as you know, Christy Vandenberg is our lovely member, but also our district governor. She will be hosting the 5840 district conference here in November. She has a committee that is planning that, which I'm one of, and I am in charge of volunteers. So I'm just putting the word out now that I'm going to be seeking volunteers to help us during the 3-day conference to do things like registration, nothing physical, nothing hard, nothing long-term, lots of hours. So I'm going to be sending out an email, and I wish you would think about it and be willing to volunteer to help her. She's going to put on a really neat thing. We're going to bring tons of Rotarians to Kerrville, which is a benefit to the community. And she wants to do it right. And I think we can help her do that. So I'll be sending out an email looking for volunteers. Thank you.
So through President Tammy's year, we started a project, the Rotary Grove. If anybody's ever been to Trailhead Beer Garden, walk the river trail and come up through Shriner, you'll see our trees. I'm gonna ask Janelle to come up and talk about her project that she's taken on now, and another unexpected invite.
No, and so many people have already helped with it, but we have 8 trees out on the river trail, very close to the trailhead where the beer garden is. Many of you have already been there. There is no irrigation there, so it's our service project to keep bags filled that are at the base of the trees. It takes about 30 minutes to do the job. You can do it any time of day, but we're basically scheduling Rotarians Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to help go out there and get those bags full so we can keep those trees growing. Like Tammy said, they're leafing. They're, what do you think, 12 feet tall? I mean, we have really nice trees out there. So I keep a little calendar, and the next days I'm looking for the Friday and Monday of Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll start scheduling for June. So if you have 30 minutes and you're willing to go out there, and our first dude said, the going to the beer garden on Wednesdays and Fridays is a good thing. You can work other things into this if you have a minute. So just let me know and I'll get you scheduled. All right, thanks.
Thank you. And I know I put her on the spot, but I think it's a very important thing that we do because we're getting so much rain this summer. So Christy is sitting out at the table and she's selling our district raffle tickets. These used to be cruise tickets. Cruise tickets went away because nobody's doing cruises, but it's a chance for 7 $1,000 gift cards that you're signing up for. So if you haven't signed up with her yet, if you would, please do so before you leave, or just walk by and throw a $100 bill at her. You are getting a matching Paul Harris for everything that's done on this with the tickets. All right, fun times. Philip Stacy. That,
Third time you called my name in 5 years, you never did.
that's all right. I saw you weren't wearing it. I just want to make it. No, so. I know the next one does, and he's spearheading the 5th grade Youth Citizenship Awards for Jeff Anderson. Jeff moved up to Weatherford. It's still an ongoing project. The 1st of June is going to be our Youth Citizenship Awards meeting, awards banquet, where we'll have all the kiddos that got it. Schreiner University is doing the $5,000 or $20,000 scholarship for anybody that's in 5th grade. So thanks for all your help with that, Mike. And since you are wearing your pin, come and get a bottle of Pinot Grigio. It works for a great water bottle too. All right. And I almost forgot the other fun part. Ashley Phillips, you have a guest with you today.
New coworker at HCTC, she's gonna be covering first wall and.
Welcome, Rick, and thanks for being here. Trey, you have a guest, but we've already got his application in to become a member of the club. But if you'd like to introduce Glenn.
Sure, I have Glenn Rutherford joining me today. He's our community director, doing a fantastic job for us.
So thank you for being here. Everybody that participated in the golf tournament, y'all saw Glenn there. He was helping out already as a Rotarian, checking people in and getting people pointing in the right direction. And speaking of golf tournament, since I have the check up here that Gina gave me, a little bit over $13,000 was raised in our golf tournament. So that's a great day. Had one rain delay of 30 minutes and we still finished in 4.5 hours. So it was a great day on the golf course. So next week we have Ted Davis. He's going to be speaking about sports broadcasting in the new Schreiner program. So please plan on being here for that. And if there's nothing from the club for business, we're going to get out of here about 15 minutes early. So if you would, please stand and join me in the 4-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships and to be beneficial to all concerned?